Your dog does something the moment you walk through the door. Front legs go forward, back end stays up. Tail cuts through the air like a metronome set to maximum. Most people glance down, smile, and think, cute stretch after a nap. But behavioral scientists have a completely different name for what you just witnessed. And what it means about your relationship with your dog is something most owners never find out. Here are 10 things your dog does that are not what they look like. 1. The welcome bow. That pose your dog drops into the second they see you. Front legs extended, rear end raised, tail going wild, has a scientific name. It is called the play bow, and researchers who study canine communication have documented it across every breed, every age, every background. A 2019 study published in Animal Cognition found that dogs deploy the play bow specifically toward individuals they feel emotionally safe with. Not strangers. Not dogs they are indifferent to. The ones they have chosen. When your dog does this at the door, they are not loosening their muscles. They are announcing something. You are the best part of what just happened today. Brushing past it without responding, even once, registers. 30 seconds of eye contact, a low voice, a hand on their side. That is all they are asking for. And to them, it is everything. 2. The foot reader. Your dog licks your feet, and you probably find it a little strange. Here is what is actually happening. Your feet carry more biological data than almost any other part of your body. Sweat compounds, hormonal shifts, cortisol traces, the chemical residue of wherever you have been. Dogs process all of it through a structure called the vomeronasal organ, sometimes called Jacobson's organ, a secondary sensory system located in the roof of the mouth. It does not just detect scent. It reads chemical information the way you might read a text message. If your dog has been licking your feet more than usual lately, there is a reasonable chance they have already detected something in your stress chemistry before you consciously felt it yourself. They are not being weird, they are checking on you, in the only language available to them. 3. The bathroom shadow. You walk into the bathroom, you close the door, and within seconds, a paw appears underneath. Or the door nudges open, or you hear them settle just outside waiting. To most owners, this feels like an invasion of privacy. To your dog, a closed door between you and them is not a boundary. It is a vulnerability signal. In pack behavior documented across wild conid species, individuals do not separate during moments of physical exposure. Staying close is not clingy, it is protective. Your dog has decided that wherever you are is where they need to be. Not because they cannot handle being alone for 3 minutes, but because leaving you unguarded is something their nervous system simply will not accept. That is not separation anxiety. That is loyalty operating at its most instinctive level. 4. The head tilt. You say something, maybe just their name, maybe a full sentence about something completely unrelated to them, and the head tips sideways, one ear lifting slightly, eyes locked on your face. Our research published in the journal Animal Cognition in 2021 found that dogs who tilt their head in response to human speech show measurably stronger word association than those who do not. The tilt is not decorative, it is functional. Dogs adjust the position of their outer ear to improve auditory reception of specific frequencies, particularly the emotional frequencies embedded in the human voice. They are not performing cuteness, they are working. They are tuning into you the way you might lean closer to hear something important. You are the most important signal in their world, and that tilt is proof they are listening with everything they have. 5. The long exhale. Your dog settles next to you on the couch and then, after a few seconds, releases a long, slow breath. Not a pant, not a sigh of frustration. A full-body exhale that seems to come from somewhere deep. What you just heard is a physiological marker of parasympathetic activation, the branch of the nervous system responsible for rest and safety. When a dog exhales that way in proximity to a specific person, it means their threat monitoring system has powered down. Researchers at the University of Helsinki studying canine stress markers found that cortisol levels in dogs dropped measurably in the presence of their primary attachment figure, sometimes within minutes. That exhale is not random. It is their nervous system announcing threat level 0. You are here. I can breathe now. Here is where it gets really interesting. 6. The clothing collector. You come home and find one of your socks on the dog bed, or a shirt pulled from the laundry basket, or a shoe moved to a specific corner near where they sleep. This is not misbehavior. It is not boredom-driven destruction. It is scent-seeking behavior driven by the same neurological system that makes human infants cling to a parent's unwashed shirt when they are separated. Your clothes carry your unique chemical signature more intensely than almost any other object in your home. When you leave, that signature is the closest thing to you they have access to. They are not stealing. They are borrowing the only version of you that remains in the room. Every sock, every worn sleeve, every item that smells like you becomes a co-regulation tool. Your absence is physically felt, and they are managing it the only way available to them. They miss you. That simply and that completely. 7. The trust turn. Your dog walks over, positions themselves near you, and then turns their back. Sits or lies down facing away. No eye contact, just their spine toward you. In human terms, this reads as indifference, maybe even irritation. In canine behavioral terms, it is one of the most significant trust signals a dog can offer another being. Turning your back exposes your most vulnerable anatomy. In any species where threat is a real concern, you do not do that unless you are absolutely certain of the safety behind you. When your dog turns their back to you, they are not ignoring you. They are saying, I know what is behind me. I do not need to watch. You are safe. Next time it happens, try resting a hand gently on their back. Just for a moment. What you are communicating in return is, I have got you too. 8. The deep sigh from the soul. There is a specific sigh your dog makes when you return after a long absence. Not the excited greeting, not the jumping. The moment after all of that, when they finally settle against you or at your feet and release one long, complete exhale. Veterinary behaviorist Dr. Karen Overall has written extensively on what she calls the dog's emotional reset response, the physiological moment when sustained stress from separation is discharged through the body. That sigh is not tiredness. It is relief moving through muscle and breath. They have been holding something since you left, and the moment you returned, they could finally let it go. You are the reason their nervous system can rest. That is not a small thing. That is not a small thing at all. 9. The toy offering. Your dog appears in front of you with something in their mouth. Might their favorite ball, a rope toy, a random object they have suddenly decided matters deeply. They drop it at your feet or press it into your hand and look up. Most owners assume this is a play invitation, and sometimes it is. But ethologists studying resource-sharing behavior in domesticated dogs have documented this gesture as something far older. In social species, offering valued resources is a bonding signal. It communicates trust, affiliation, and a desire for connection that goes beyond play. When your dog brings you their most treasured object, they are not just offering something to do. They are offering the most valuable thing they own, to the most valuable person they know. It is a gift. Wrapped in fur and urgency and the specific kind of love that has no language but is completely unmistakable. 10. The guardian sleep. How your dog positions themselves when they sleep near you carries meaning that most owners never think to read. A dog pressed against your legs is regulating your body temperature and their own simultaneously. A dog sleeping across the doorway is monitoring access points. A dog who sleeps with their back against yours has placed their most exposed side in contact with yours. That is not coincidence. That is a choice made by a nervous system that has decided you are its safe zone. And here is the part that rarely gets mentioned. Dogs naturally sleep in lighter cycles near their primary attachment figure than when alone. They are partially watching over you even while they rest. Even in sleep, they have not fully let go of the job of keeping you safe. Your presence does not just comfort them, it anchors them. Now here's what I want you to sit with for a moment. Every behavior on this list gets dismissed. The bow looks like a stretch. The sigh sounds like tiredness. The sock on the bed looks like mischief. The back turn looks like indifference. But underneath each one is a nervous system that has been calibrated across 15,000 years of shared history to communicate something it has no words for. They cannot tell you, so they show you. In every exhale, in every turned back, in every piece of clothing pulled close in a quiet house. The sentence is always the same. You are the safest thing in my world. If this changed how you see your dog, subscribe to this channel. I want to know something. Which one of these surprised you most? Drop it in the comments and tell me what your dog does that you have never been able to explain. There is so much more your dog is trying to tell you, and we are just getting started.